Everybody, my name is Kim Manning and I'm a director in South Carolina, and I'm going to show you real quickly the basics of Sqwee and how to set up a party in Sqwee. So I'm here in my dashboard right now, and if I scroll down, you'll be able to see my parties that are either these are parties that have been delayed, so they haven't actually started yet. This is just my mock party that I keep set up all the time, and parties in the future. So I have a new party that I'm going to be setting up. So I'm going to show you how to do that here. So right here down at the bottom, create a new event. We just click on that. And as this comes up, we're going to give our event a title. So I have a party coming up. So this is going to be Colleen's Pampered Chef Virtual Party. You can always fill in a description here. I'm going to do that a little bit later because you can always come up with your own descriptions. When you set up your Sqwee, you will set this part up that has your consultant information, and you always have to choose your business, which of course is Pampered Chef for us. This party is going to be taking place on May the 16th. And I'm going to set the time. It's at 8:30. I run all of my parties from 8:30 to 9:30. I try to do it in the time zone where the party is being held, as long as that works for me. This 8:30 to 9:30 Eastern is the best time for me. So that's the beginning. It's just setting the date and time. Now I've already set up this party in my Pampered Chef, but you don't really have to do that first. It's no big deal. This is a really cool thing. Down here at the bottom on the left, you can add an RSVP survey. And what that's going to do is, as your guests are going to RSVP, they can answer these questions. Now, I already have a code for mine, and I'll show you in just a second where you can find some of these codes. But I just have this on a Post-it note on my computer, so I always use the same one. So I don't ever have to go look it up anymore. You can see there are 8 questions, and here the survey's imported. And so these are the questions that when your guests are clicking to RSVP to the party, that they will then answer these questions, which will give you some good information to know about your guests and what they'll be looking for when the time comes. All right, so I'm going to save this into my party. And it brings me back out to my dashboard of my party. The next thing to do is add an event timeline. An event timeline is the same thing if you've done virtual parties on Facebook. It's just like an outline, just like our virtual party outline. So they just call it a timeline. And I'm going to show you in Facebook. This is the Pampered Chef Sqweeters page, and this is a page you definitely want to join. When you click on announcements and you scroll down, here are all the different timelines that others have created that they allow you to use. It's no big deal. You do want to pay attention, though, how long ago it was created. This one was created in March, so it will be using the 2019 spring summer catalog. Now, I don't know when you're watching this, so we may be past that catalog by now. So just make sure you're keeping up with current products and current promotions and things like that. I'm going to show you, though, in Sqwee. So you can just copy one of these timelines and import it, but I'm going to show you what else will happen. And I've just done a party last week that went really well. So I'm just going to use the same outline that I used before. So when you click on the timeline, it brings you up with this blank screen. And on the left here is where you can create your own as well. And there's all these different things that you'll be able to search and find out more information about all of these things. I'm just doing the basics right now. So this happens to be a party that I did last week. And as you can see, I've done it a few different times. And so I'm just going to be uploading the exact same party. So when I click here, and this will be the same process you go through if you choose one of the other parties. Now, as you can see, this has a video. This is my video, so I've already changed that. If you upload someone else's, there may be a video there that's someone else's. So you'll want to record your own video and put that in. But again, here are all of the slides all ready to go. And even the timing is set for each one of those. So I know my party is going to be exactly the same as the one I did last time. The only thing I may have to do is update the specials, because the last party I did was in the previous month. So I'll have to change the specials to be the current month. But that won't take me any time at all to do that. So these are the basics. of setting up a Sqwee party. It's very, very simple, as you can see. It just takes the amount of time, as you can see here, to load. When it's 40 slides, it takes a little while. Here's where then you can start doing some editing. So I know that there are posts in here that have specials on them. For example, this one here, and it may take a minute to bring it up. Here it comes. So all I'll need to do is go into either the person who made this timeline, which was Judy Beard. She's probably already updated this actually. So this says April, I need it for May. So she probably already has this updated. So I'll go back into the Sqweeters page and just change out this one photo. And that's all I'll probably be having to do. And then there's probably here, I'll have to change out the recruiting special, but otherwise it's pretty simple. I think that's all that I needed to show you. Let me just go back to the dashboard quickly. And so here's the party that I just set up. And if I wanted to edit it, I could go here. If I just want to see the event information, this is where you'll see who has RSVP'd and things like that. Going back to the dashboard and going back to this party, if I want to edit the event, then I can go back and I'll be back on the screen where I was. So you can see when they're colored in, you have already loaded your options. If they're whited out like this, then there's nothing in there yet. So you won't see this highlighted until people start to RSVP for your event. The only other thing you can do here is the host information. So if you want to add the host information, you click on that link. I already have a picture of my host, and I'll be honest, I just grabbed it off of Facebook. But usually I will ask her to send me a selfie of herself, and then I'll put in her information here. And then I'll ask her to send me just a couple of sentences about what she's excited about the party and why she's decided to host. And I'll enter that information here, and I'll show you what that will look like then for one that I've already completed. So this is Ashley's party that I've just set up. And if I want to edit her host information page, she sent me this information here. So I put it in, and I believe there was a way to see this. I think maybe after I click save. Sorry for the delay in the internet. There you go. So this is what the guests will see. They'll see the picture of their host, and they'll see what they're excited about in the information. So those are the basics of how to set up a Sqwee event. I hope this is helpful. Have a great day.